Hello all you wonderful, beautiful, and craptastic people. CraptasticJack here. Today we are back on City Skylines, and today we're going to be continuing just building up the downtown area and detailing a bunch of empty spaces in like the Haborside parks. We're going to be basically detailing those as well as some plazas along the bayside. So without further interruptions, let us begin. So basically here I'm laying out some paths for the one side of the Inner Harbor Park system that we're going to be having throughout the downtown area. I'm just putting some trees and stuff, some just basic things you'd find in a park. I'm actually going to be adding a little marketplace, like a little farmer's market on one of the trails in a bit. I'm pretty sure it's not in the scene, it's in a couple scenes after this. But I will go back to this area a bit later and like flesh it out a bit more. And then here I'm gonna be developing like a bit of a plaza thing here. Now I don't have much experience with the like the cobblestone textures and shit. I'm not really good with textures, and you can see I'm gonna have quite a bit of trouble trying to use these textures here. But I'll figure out a way. I'm gonna end up deleting these textures here, and as you can see, I'm just having the hardest time with them. And I'm just gonna get rid of those, and I'm actually gonna like come back a bit over here and just try and get like some textures in here. Now the main problem I have was this like this area I was developing in was very like it was on a slant, so I kind of had to hide this. I tried to find a kind of a way to hide like my jagged textures and stuff. And then here I'm just adding a few more props because I'm gonna have like a little bit of markets here. I really like the like event tent prop, so I use those a lot to like fill in empty spaces. And then later I'm gonna actually like put in a little under construction thing on the other side of this white barrier I put up a bit. I'm gonna be putting like a little like under construction zone next to this like plaza, which is pretty much only for the people in the apartment building to the right. And I'm trying to enclose it off with a fence. It wasn't working there for a second, but got it working kind of like that. And then I'm gonna retexture, and as you can see, the lines kind of went through the building. But then I'm gonna have to retexture these line things for a bit to kind of make it fit. I tried to put a fence there, and it kind of like went underground, and I just got rid of it. And then over here, I'm probably gonna end up putting a fence on the other side as well, a stone wall, because this little plaza enclosure is only meant for the people like in the apartment building. So I'm just putting some more stalls and shit for the apartment building here. And when I go to detailing, if something like doesn't go my way, I'll just do something really ghetto to like make it work. And then here, I think I'm gonna be starting the construction zone. Over in this little area, I'm gonna carve out a little piece of thing, put some dirt in there, and then put a fence around it, like a chain link fence. We're gonna have like a little crane or something to like make it look like something's being put there, like a little building, like cafe or a coffee shop or something. Put some random like construction props over here as we're building the construction zone. And I'm not the best, I've said this time and time again, I'm not the best when it comes to detailing, so I'll just put, like, as long as it gets the job done, I'll use it. And we're gonna have like a little drilling machine here, and put a couple more construction props. I'm gonna also have like a little barrier to prevent people from touching any of the equipment. A couple of porta potties, because you gotta need those. And a little dumpster. Some more props, and we got that area done along with the little plaza. And I'm not sure what I wanted to do here. I kind of put like a little like restaurant, like with like tables and chairs for the courthouse, which is to the top of the screen. And I couldn't, and this is the first time I was using the copy and paste tool from Move It, so I was having a bit of trouble. I was only getting the umbrella. I couldn't get the chair for some reason. I don't know why. So I ended up just putting the chair underneath the umbrella props like that. And it looked better with the wooden tables instead. And then I just kind of left it there. I put this here outside because it gave me a good Chicago vibe. I don't know why. It just did. Put a little park there. Like little benches, a plaza. And I was doing it manually again because I again didn't know how to work the move it tool, like the copy and pasting. Put some little lights, and that's that district done. Here's where I start that little farmer's market I was talking about. Like I did make one for that little like building up over on the other side of the map, but I just decided, hey, might as well just use these props again, like little tent props, because I really like these props, and I'm gonna use them. Have like a little farmer's market here, and yeah, put a couple CCTV cameras there, make sure people are behaving, and then put some like food stalls underneath the tables. And there we go. Now, I don't actually have any like props for like large crowds of people. So what I ended up doing, like after I placed a few cars, I just ended up using a prop, which is people rioting. Like I have a group of people like as a prop, but it's people rioting and they're holding signs and shit. So I just kind of like if you look at it from like a distance, it doesn't look like it at all, but so it kind of like sells home the picture. Again, I'm just using ghetto ass techniques to like get my point across. Use some cones, make sure people don't drive in, and then just testing out this area at night. But hey, anything to get the job done. Now here on the west part of downtown, I'm zoning a couple more buildings, and I have it says a Brooklyn theme, so I also have to re-zone a couple areas because the building theme I wasn't using didn't work. But yeah, and then here we're gonna be doing this little parkway here along this part of the actual river, where the harbor meets the river. I'm gonna have a little park here, just like a long thing, and gonna have a couple more. When I say I love those props, I don't know why. I just put them everywhere. Have a little cop like managing area. We're gonna have a little fence going along the road to prevent people from driving off it, because that would be a shit idea. And then here we're gonna be putting a couple more props like benches and shit, like stuff you'd find in your typical park. If your park doesn't have benches, then that's a shitty ass park. And then we're gonna have a couple benches here. And after that, just put a fence along this little like green area next to the tram depot, just to add some flavor, because I doubt I'm gonna be building anything. I like the way it looks, just a little green open area in the center of the city. It gives me a nice park, inner city park feeling. Add a couple trees. I'll probably go back and make the parks a bit more dense, but other than that, right now that's looking pretty good. Like I like the way I made those parks, and I really like this area so far. You see, I'm adding a couple more trees, making it a bit more dense, and just a bit more of a good place to park and shit. And then over here, I'm gonna be adding a couple more fences just along the roads, prevent people from driving onto the park and running people over. Because why not? And here we meet back up with the farmer's market that I connected. So all this like parkways along the harbor all the way to the river, which is really cool. And here I don't like the building to the left. I don't like how it just kind of has like grass surrounding it. So I'm actually gonna be adding like a little plaza to the side of it, and I'm gonna be adding a little park across from it as well. And we're gonna add like a couple benches and like places where people can go get food. Now at this point in time, I thought I had the food truck prop, but unfortunately I didn't, so I couldn't really have like a food truck there. So that meant another farmer's market, kind of little farmer's market there. And just now, I think I learned. Yeah, this is where I finally learned how to use the copy and paste tool from Move It. And then the benches and shit kind of went into floating air, and I had to fix that by trying to do that. And then the umbrellas also kind of broke, yeah, it's all shit, it's all fucked up here. But other than that, like once I fixed it here, everything else looked pretty good, because it was on a bit of a slant, this little plaza thing area. And then once I fixed this mess, it was pretty smooth sailing after. And then when I started the park, and then we have a little like dining area for the workers of this skyscraper here. I thought I could fit a building here, but obviously I can't. And then that means another farmer's market. It's like my third farmer's market for this little downtown area. And trust me, there will be more. Got a little like lunch area, and it just makes the building feel more urban, because with all the asset by itself is just like a skyscraper with just grass surrounding it. Not very realistic, so kind of made it. And in sort of a way, I kind of like those assets because it lets you be creative with like the surroundings. And then here you have like a little. I'm gonna be putting like a little fountain area. I tried to put another farmer's market, but it was way too close. So I put a couple phone booths, because why not? Just why the hell not? And originally I looked for a caboose asset, but I didn't have one from my train asset, so I ended up just putting a fountain and a couple of benches surrounding it, because fountains are cool and people want to sit down while enjoying them. They don't have to necessarily stand up. And put a little fence area. For some reason I wasn't using the search tool. I don't know why, but we're getting a little fence up in here surrounding the fountain to prevent people from getting into it. And then also to like light it up at night, I'm gonna be adding some ground lights and some bushes. I'm gonna be adding the ground lights in a second. I think this looks really nice, like just this fountain here. And then here's me adding the ground lights, and it looks really good. I really like that design. And kind of fencing off this area from the people in the apartment building. Just preventing people from the sidewalk, the little path from getting into the apartment building and the the skyscraper. And I kind of fenced that area off. I'm gonna make it a bit. I should have added trees there. I don't know why I didn't. And so far, this is our little park area along the harbor. And the little plaza to the right that I put in there with the construction zone. And I feel just when you adding a lot of this, it just makes the waterfront looks a lot nicer. Even though when you look at it from a bit of an area, the trees kind of look like shit. But that's just my graphics settings. I have to run this game on pretty low settings. But I'm really liking the way this park is. Just the park on the waterfront and the down like in the little like plaza area. And I finished that quay to the left. I don't know why it's not finished. And I just like this area. It just gives it a brand new feel, and just with a little bit of detailing, like a half hour of detailing, it just made this place feel a bit more alive and just a bit more of a lively downtown. And it feels a lot more lively and all that. So yeah, and here's a little protest slash farmers market going on right there. It's the only people asset I have, but other than that, you know. And that's the little downtown area. Looking really good, really spicy. And this is our downtown so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. Screen kind of glitched there. But if you have not already, don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, subscribe for more City Skylines. The last video we did really good. It's on 500 views. So for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a good one.